8 dog stress signs that you always want to keep an eye on. Dogs are brilliant animals and have a very expressive nature. Dogs often tend to communicate with their owners through various signs, and it's the responsibility of a dog owner to know what all those signs mean. Some of those signs are meant to express happiness, like wagging their tail quickly, and others are intended to communicate that they are hungry, like sitting around their feeding bowl. Though one should be aware of all these signs' meanings, the most important signs to look for and to study are the signs that are meant to express pain, distress, or agitation. Dog owners must be aware of the signs that dogs use to express discomfort. This video will tell you about 8 stress signs that you should keep an eye on. Number 1. Excessive panting. Most people know that panting means that the dog is either hot or thirsty. But that's not all that dogs communicate through panting. Just like how humans tend to sweat whenever we feel scared or under pressure, similarly, dogs tend to pant whenever they are afraid of something or something that is troubling them a lot. You should move your dog to a place with a cooler temperature. It would be best if you also offer them some clean fresh water. But if still, your dog doesn't stop panting, then it's undoubtedly a sign of discomfort, and something is troubling them. It would be best if you made it your priority to figure out what's making them so tense up and should try to take that specific thing out of their sight. In most cases, panting is a sign of fear caused by your dog seeing a new, scary animal like a spider or a snake, etc. Your dog might also be panting due to pain, and therefore you should also search for any wound on their body. Suppose still nothing shows up, and you cannot figure out what is bothering them so much. In that case, you should take your dog to a vet, as the excess panting might be caused due to some internal pain or injury, and your vet will surely be able to figure out what is stressing your dog so much. Number 2. Excessive drooling. Different dog breeds drool differently. Just like excessive panting, drooling a lot can also mean several things. Some dog breeds like St. Bernard are total drool machines, while others like Greyhound and Doberman very rarely drool. Once you spend enough time with your dog, you will easily be able to tell when they are drooling the normal quantity and when they start drooling too much. Dogs usually drool whenever they smell something delicious or when they are really hungry. If that's the case, then the drooling should stop if you feed them. Owners must give them a treat or whatever they like if they notice their dog drooling excessively. If they still don't stop drooling or refuse to eat their treat, then it sure means that they are facing some discomfort and internal pain. Drooling is, after all, a symptom of many medical disorders, including an extreme burning sensation in the stomach and in the liver, which can be caused by ingesting something dangerous like shampoo. Drooling is also a prime symptom of ulcers, kidney pains, and extreme fatigue. All these reasons are why we suggest dog owners take their dog immediately to the vet to figure out what is that troubling your pooch and what you can do to remedy that problem. Your vet will surely ask you about what your dog all day and what did he consume, so it's better if you come prepared for such questions. Your vet will most likely run some blood tests on your dog to find out what's making your dog drool so much. Most owners get extremely tense whenever their vet suggests running some blood tests on their canine friend, but what you must keep in your mind no matter what happens is that your vet knows better, and he also wants to help your dog. Number 3. Dog yawning. Who doesn't like it when their dogs yawn and fall asleep in front of them? It's, after all, one of the most adorable things that you can see your dog doing. And to their credit, most yawns are harmless and just a dog's way of saying, I am going to sleep, but some yawns can be a sign that something is off. It especially holds true if your dog starts yawning too often than usual. Just as with humans, dogs also tend to yawn when they are tired and sleepy, and therefore too much yawning might dictate that your dog is going through fatigue and something is draining their energy. Too much yawning can be caused by parasites that feed on their host's nutrients and, in turn, make them weak, ill, and drained of their energy. This can also be caused by a lack of nutrients in their food. Dogs' nutritional requirements change with their age, and therefore it is not advised to keep feeding them the same food no matter how much they grow up, as simply increasing the service size won't do the job. You should immediately head towards your vet if your dog starts yawning too much, as he will be able to suggest you better dog food, and he will also be able to give your dog some nutritional supplements. If the fatigue is caused by parasites, then a simple deworming session will be enough to tackle the problem. Number 4. Dog pacing. Just like humans tend to pace continuously around the room when stressed and thinking about a solution to a problem, similarly, dogs also tend to pace across the house when something is bugging them and when they are stressed. That's why it is not recommended to take lightly any sudden changes in your dog's behavior and if they start pacing excessively. Number 5. Nervous shaking. Dogs are known for shaking quickly in order to clean or dry wash them. But at the same time, too much shaking can be a sign of too much stress on them, and therefore, owners should keep an eye out for excess shaking. Only the owners will be able to tell whether their dog is shaking the average amounts or if they have started to shake excessively and vigorously. Number 6. Nervous licking. Dogs lick themselves in order to clean themselves, which in turn soothes and calms them. Therefore, a stressed out dog might start licking itself in order to calm down. Too much licking may also be a sign of some injury, as dogs also like to lick their injuries and wounds to relieve them of the pain. It would help if you immediately looked for any wounds or injury marks on your dog's body and should immediately tend to that in order to avoid any infection. Dogs also tend to lick themselves excessively when they are nervous and when they are feeling alone. Dogs are highly social animals, and therefore an alone dog can easily suffer from separation anxiety. You should shower your dog with lots and lots of love and cuddles and should take them to the nearest dog park in order to calm them down. Number 7. Dog shaking and hiding. Now, this is something that should raise your alarms immediately. If your dog has started to shake from time to time and has started avoidant behavior, and prefers to hide behind you all the time, then it surely means that they are extremely scared of something or someone. You should immediately get to the bottom of this problem, because if your dog is afraid of someone, then it is most likely that someone did something to make your dog so scared of them so much. It's possible that they hurt your dog physically or did something that emotionally scarred your dog. It would be best if you were quick in figuring out who that someone was, as they are likely to hurt your dog once again. Number 8. Hair loss. We humans often suffer from hair loss whenever we are under constant stress, and the same goes for dogs. Increased shedding and hair loss in your dogs can be a direct consequence of stress, and therefore, you should never make the mistake of taking hair loss in your dog lightly, as it can have grave consequences. Dogs normally shed all year long, but if they start losing too much hair suddenly, or if their coats start losing their color, then it surely should raise your alarms, and you should start searching for things that might be causing your dog stress in the first place.